Truthfully, I never actually felt they were insignificant while fighting them, but that was what bluffs were. One just had to make up or exaggerate their statements and roll with it. I can't handle these things, so I left them unattended until now. However, it wasn't any fun just showing off, so I added a bit of personality to my statement. I pretended to be strong to hide my own weakness, but what I said in a slightly bitter voice reflected the character setting that I was actually weak. I was going for a slightly remorseful and sad feeling. TSK. At the end, I clicked my tongue in frustration. Great. Perfect. This year's immersion award would definitely go to me. Ugh. At that moment, I could hear a groan from beside me. Only then did I remember that I had someone to save. I didn't really forget about that completely. It was just a lower priority at the moment. You're lucky, brat. I approached the wall the little kid had been tied up at, wearing a cold expression. The child had been suspended on a rope that was more like the root of some plant. Reap. I ripped it apart with my hands. My grip was stronger than expected, so I immediately removed the kid without embarrassing myself. Thank you. The kid I had just saved seemed a little taller than the little sister I had seen in the opening cutscene. Even then, he was still small enough to only come up to my chest. The dead sister would have been smaller. You don't have to thank me. While remembering that, I became even more immersed. A child even smaller than this one had been killed, my little sister, and her murderer was in my arm. It was amazing he didn't go crazy. In his shoes, I would also brandish my sword to kill every demon out there. Protecting the weak. Anyway, I had to do my lines now. He was speaking with a child who reminded him of his dead younger sister, and unlike before when he couldn't do anything to save her, this time he'd succeeded. How would he feel in that situation? Is only natural for a knight. My voice shook slightly at the end as I raised my hand. I wanted to pat the child's head. However, since I was essentially right-hand, I unconsciously raised my right hand. That would be a bad move. According to my character setting, he believed his right arm was a terrible and cursed thing, so much so that he even changed his dominant hand. There was no way that he would touch others with it, much less a child. You a knight? I pondered for a while. Should I be rude or kind to this child?